Hey, good morning. Let me get my volume. There we go. All right, so this lesson is how do I show the steps for solving one-step multiplication and division problems? Again, just like the last lesson, I'm going to be a stickler about showing the steps. Every time I get a few stubborn kids who are like, nope, I can do it in my head. And remember, we're setting up the habits so that in seventh grade, eighth grade, that you have the habit and those teachers are going to want the steps shown. All right, so this is preparation. So, vocabulary, very important. We'll keep coming back to this. When you see, let me make sure I have a pen going. When you see the number next to a letter, the vocabulary words, and we're going to keep using these words. So you want these in your notebook. This could even be a test question, and you won't get help during the test if you don't have it in your notebook. The 6 is the coefficient. The letter, it could be an M, it could be an N, it could be a T. What else is common? V. It could be any letter, but it represents an unknown number, and we call that the variable. All right? So 6 is the coefficient or any number, and then the letter is the variable. And then please know whenever you see the coefficient and the variable side by side, they're showing the operation of multiplication. So it's saying 6 times any number that we're going to find, those two numbers multiplied make 36. Okay? If you need to stop or redo the video to get that, that's super important. Okay, so when you see them side by side, I know you guys are super smart. I know you can see it and already know it's a 9. I care more about the process and the step, and here's why it works. Soon we're going to add a 2-step, and you're going to want to be able to do both steps. So you think to yourself, I want to get X alone right now because they're side by side. That looks like they're being multiplied. So in order to get X alone, I have to do the opposite of multiply and divide. To show division algebraically, we don't do the little division symbol. You use that line that we've been using, and you say divide by 5. And then, hey, the good news is 5 over 5 is 1, or 5 divided by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. So you can almost imagine there's a 1 in front of the X. We don't need it there, but that's how we got rid of the 5, okay? So then you think, if I divide on the left, just like in science, when you have those scales and you put a weight on one side, you have to put the same amount on the other side so your scale stays balanced. If I divide on the left, I have to divide on the right. Now, 45 divided by 5 is 9. And then, like I said, we don't keep the 1 there, we just know it's there. And so, yep, I know you could have done that in your head. Do I care more about the process? Absolutely, yes. Okay, go ahead. You can always rewatch this video if you need the steps again, but I'm going to keep moving forward. All right, let's just do some practice. Yep, we already know we have our facts memorized. Or if you don't, use a calculator, but you do need to show the steps. So 8 times something equals 72. Algebraically, before we get to the 2-step equations, build your habit of showing it this way. Divide by 8, divide by 8. Whatever you do on the left, you have to do on the right. If you need a calculator, go for it. 72 divided by 8 is 9. Everything I just wrote in blue needs to be in your homework assignment because I'm looking for the habit, not that you can divide. I know a calculator can divide, I get that, but I'm looking for the habit. Next one, 11 times something is 121. So divide by 11. 11 divided by, oh, I forgot to cross those. 11 divided by 11 is 1x. If I divide 11 on the left, I have to divide 11 on the right. 121 divided by 11 is 11. Love that pattern. Look at that. Hey guys, just a side note. That is a super fun pattern that, well, we're still behind in curriculum. I don't know if we'll get to it at the end of the school year, but if you do 11 times 11 times 11, it's another pattern in the answer. If you do 11 times 11 times 11 times 11, that's an answer. There's a pattern in the answer, and then keep going up with your 11s. It's a super fun pattern. That was a side note. Okay, next one. Ooh, right now you're thinking in this, the way this is set up, you're training yourself to hear that as a number, and that number divided by 6 equals 20. So then you're going to ask yourself, if I have a number divided by 6, I have to undo division by multiplication. This part's pretty important, guys. You're going to show it, oops, sorry, by putting the same number up in the numerator. Now, 6 is really saying 6 times 6. 6 over 6 is 1 again. So now we just got rid of the x, or actually, we got rid of the 6. But if I multiply the left times 6, I have to multiply the right times 6. Oh, I guess I did it. I was going to do it down here. But then you're just going to say, you don't have to do it twice. I just am. 6 over 6 is 1. We just got x alone. If I multiply the left times 6, because right now it's being divided, so you have to undo it with the opposite of multiply, or opposite of divide is multiply, times 6. So x is 120. Make sure you're showing the steps, guys. Next one. Oh, good. A number right now is being divided by 8. So we want to solve for 8 by showing the steps. So go ahead and say, I have to put up 8 up in the numerator. 8 over 8 crosses each other out. 8 over 8 is 1. Now we got x alone. If I multiply the left times 8, I have to multiply the right times 8. Let me pull up my calculator. 15 times, oops, sorry, did that wrong. 15 times 8, 120. So x was 120. And is it okay to use the calculator to multiply? Absolutely. All right, on this next example, I am going to show what not to do. This is what I don't want you to do. I don't want anyone to do this, even if you did it at your last school. I'm trying to build your habits for next year. Do not do times 9. Guys, if you do times 9 and show it in the denominator, you really are having x over 81. Do we want x over 81? No, we do not. So you're going to always show it in the numerator. Times 9 over 1. 9 times, or 9 over 9 crosses each other out. Now we got x alone. If I multiply the left times 9, multiply the right times 9, and 31 times 9, ooh, that's a fun one, 279. All right, let me just see. I think that was my last, yeah, that was my last one. So take good notes. I'll ask for you to show me the notes in the next class. Have a great day, guys.